Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy Marco. So today I'm going to talk about a concept called L.A.W. that I've been thinking about really, really deeply when it comes to the aspect of max out leverage in our community and what we're really about and what we're really looking to do. So everyone really gets a good picture of this, including my own self, right? So I'm gonna go over this. I know you're gonna find massive value in this. Let's jump right into it. All right, so the first things is in this L.A.W, literally, I was playing around with this concept in my own head and over, let's move this over here, and over, this showed up. If you play with something long enough, right, you'll get something. And so what is this L.A.W? The law. We're laying down the law, right? So where's that type? All right, here we go. All right, so the first things in this is leverage. And then you say, what is leverage? The first thing that comes into mind as for me when I hear leverage is like I think is one of those like a scale. If I can that is not a straight line. That is not a straight line. I'm not really known for my artsiness. I'm more so known for thought and vision and stuff like that. All right, so here is just think of this as a scale, right? When you having leverage, right? If this is you want the leverage tipped in your favor, typically the scale will be even, right? A straight line and a straight line across. You get the message. All right, I'm just gonna erase that. All right, so let's see if we can draw this with straighter lines to prove this point here. That would be really bad. If we can get the first points right. All right, here we go. All right. So best concept, right? All right, cool. So leverage, right? So I think of something that's equilibrium, right? Something that's given me either an equilibrium or maybe it's even tipped to my favor, right? So you hear the concept of leverage when it comes to time. You hear the people leverage their time. People go to work, for example. People go to work so that they can earn money. And so the company leverages other people in order to get production done. That's like a concept of leverage, right? So what we're doing with like the entire max out leverage and the entire max out leverage community is really, I needed that, is really be able to get us leveraging our credit leverage, right, to acquire assets. I'm gonna spill the beans so that this will make sense. And then as we acquire assets, we build wealth. Leverage assets and wealth, right? So this is like our big thing on here, right? If you want to form like a, like that circular thing that people do. Bang, 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 right here, right? So this would be leverage your credit to acquire assets to build wealth, right? So that's the entire concept of max out leverage. And I'm gonna just break down exactly how that works, right? So this is how it's going. This is how it works. When it comes to leverage and leveraging credit, what we're simply doing is, say for example, you are in, say if you don't have a good credit score, right? The first thing we get to do is clean up your credit and really boost your credit score. How the entire bank system works is they have something. They also have to risk mitigate, right? So they have to make sure that, hey, the people in which we are going to be given, 50K in funding, 100K in funding, whatever the amount is that you're leveraging to acquire assets, they want to make sure that one, they can receive that. And how they measure that, how that is measured, is through our credit score, right? And not just the credit score, really the entire portfolio, really your entire credit profile, right? So, and again, a lot of these things, the algorithms are doing it, right? So it's the algorithms that are measuring this a lot of times, right? So it's really an algorithm play. So what we want to get to do is algorithm. Algorithms. So what we want to get to do is make sure that our credit profile fits a certain category, has a certain look to it, right? And so once it has a certain look to it, say you're currently at a 500, we get you to a 700, a 720, 730, 750 and above. Yes, in the score, but really in your credit profile, you really have those comparables. Really, that's really what it is. Once you have those comparables in there, now you're able to get your funding, and we get to build funding to build to acquire assets. Where's our straight line? Bam. So we get a credit score up. Actually, boom. We acquire assets. Now, example of assets could simply be things like, let's say, a lot of the first things that we're going to be doing is real estate deals, right? Real estate deals. Now, say we have a fix and flip, where we go in. So we'll have inside of our group, we'll have people that already currently doing deals. Let's say there is a deal on the market and we go all in at like 260K, and that gets flipped for, let's say we buy that 260K, we put in 100K, so we all in it at 360K, right? And then we get back 520K at the end of it, and then we split that, right? So now that's just an example of like typical deals that would happen. And then from there, now you have, let's say 360K. What's the math on that? It's let's see, 520, 360, 160 profit, right? So 160 profit on this, an example of a simple deal here. And then we do this on repeat. So here would be, so imagine doing this 10 times. Imagine doing this 100 times. Just on repeat, and just keep adding your zeros, right? So that's the concept of leverage, assets, and then wealth, which is, it sounds really simple, but once you think about it, man, like, you guys, like, first and foremost, I was like, let me talk about the concept of being able to, of buying income, right? It's the first time I heard this. To really, really want to build wealth, so I can put this down here. To really want to build wealth, you want to be able to buy income. And this concept of buying income really comes about when we start really like jumping into bigger deals and really buying businesses, right? When it comes to like wealth accumulation and stuff, this is like the game in which you play. Let's break this down right from the top again. Now, here's the thing. From the beginning, the average Joe does not have the average credit to be able to. The average Joe does not have one, except your trust fund baby, right? You more than likely don't have 360K to go all in on a project, right? To be able to just, first and foremost, you might not even just have this entire concept down pat. That's one. And then two, maybe you don't even have the right assets to be able to leverage, the right tool to be able to leverage. And that's why we are leveraging credit, right? A lot of us might not have just the income to start out first. And so what we're going to be doing is, if you need credit repair here, right, there's a service to do that. If you already have credit repair, if your credit is already lit, there's like little remedies here. Your credit is already on one, right? Maybe you have like a 770, you have a bunch of good comparables, and you can get out 250K in revolving lines of some sort. Then you'll be able to jump into line number two of asset accumulation. And here we could just jump into just straight talking about um, either real estate deals. Real estate usually is where we're going to be starting out from. This is because they're simpler and it is more concrete. A lot of people can see that, but there's so much more, right? There's crypto. Crypto's obviously, you do it with the right people with the right strategies to really hedge on crypto, and just assets of that nature, right? But let's just go with real estate because for a lot of our beginner guys, this is where we all going to be starting from, including my own self, right? Including my own self. Like we're in this journey together, and then say for example, then the real estate deals can definitely get complex, right? So this is like a simple fix and flip. We can go into buy and hold. Like right now, you guys, like shopping malls are literally going to turn into new business districts. Like if you have a shopping mall, these are good buy and holds. Really, if you want to do for cash flow, want to go into for cash flow, shopping malls, and this is like super long term, right? Shopping malls, go to skyscrapers, and this is like super long term. A lot of us are not going to be even like, you know what I'm saying, that is not how you spell that. A lot of us are not even going to be dabbling into here. A lot of us are going to be dabbling right here, right into this first game. Listen, the first time I heard about this concept where I can actually leverage my credit, right there to buy assets, okay, that do done on repeat. I can actually build wealth and have that on ROI. Guys, this is literally 160K, right? If that was done with like, let's say 2-3 people that came into that deal, or 5-10 people, whatever the amount of people is, let's just say 5 people that came into that deal, that's $32,000 you just made in like 3 months, right? Like part-time on the side. So this is like the stuff that I was like, oh my gosh, like where we been at, right? But they're like, this is the game of what's happening. So this is the game that I call law, and this is what max out leverage and everything which we're going to be doing in our partners is all about, is being able to honestly start us in the process of really really generating long-term wealth, huge cash flow, huge net profits, all inside of something as simple as leveraging our credit, right? And guys, on another video I'll go into like how yes, credit is great, but it's not about like to get credit. It's not about getting credit just to get credit. It's like credit is simply a tool for us to walk through this path. I hope you guys found value out of this today, and I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.